Hello everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, this is NIOS Made Easy. On this channel, we do subjects prescribed by the NIOS board for the secondary and the senior secondary classes. If this interests you, please take a moment to subscribe.
Today, let us understand how we can make our painting portfolio, or which is also called as the painting practical file. But before that, let us see how the marks are allocated to different components in this. The painting practical exam will be for 70 marks and the split is here. Out of that, 35 marks are dedicated to PCP classes. PCP is Personal Contact Program classes that will be conducted by the study center. For the practical exams, it will be 25 marks, and then the portfolio, that is whatever we are doing now, or the practical file will carry 10 marks. So this is 35 plus 35, which will make it 70 marks. And then for theory, it's a 30-mark theory paper. So that makes it a total of 100 marks. This is how you can get started. As soon as you register for the NIOS board, you will be allotted a study center. You can get in touch with the study center and they'll be giving you the dates for these PCP classes. The PCP class schedule will also be updated in your student dashboard, which you can check. So this is how it is split. There will be 5 PCP classes dedicated to painting. Regular attendance to these classes will give you 7 marks. The class activity you do during those classes will also have some weightage, and that will fetch you 7 marks on duly completing the classwork given to you and submitting it back. The PCP classes will also give you homeworks to do, which is 5 in number. That will get you 7 marks. The use of practical instruments and equipments will give you 7 marks. And finally, your class behavior, that will fetch you 7 marks. So 35 marks here will come in from your PCP classes only. Then coming to the exam, on the day of your exam, you will be asked to do 2 drawings, and that will be for 25 marks. And then the portfolio or the painting portfolio that you will submit will carry 10 marks. So this will also amount to 35 marks, making it a total of 70 marks. With this understood, let us move on. The painting portfolio is broadly classified into many components. The drawings that you do within your painting portfolio are classified into different parts. To start off with, you will have to use quarter imperial size paper to do your painting portfolio. Quarter imperial size paper is your A3 size paper. So you can buy an A3 book and you can start doing it there. So let us see the different components of the painting portfolio. Part 1 is object and nature study. So for each of these parts, you will have to do 3 drawings. So the first drawing will only be a pencil line drawing. Then you will have to do another one which will have colors in it. And then finally you will do the third one, which will be a pencil shade, or you can use color pencils for this. The next part is human and animal figure study. Again, here also you will have to submit 3 works. One is a pencil line drawing, both for human and animal. One is a pencil shaded one. One with tone and pencil means it's a pencil shaded one. Then you have one with color. Then moving on, you have composition. In the composition also, you will have a composition with line and colors. And for colors, they have specified that you can use either watercolors or poster colors. You will have a collage work. And then again, you have one with a pencil shading. And then of course, you have your object and nature study. Object and nature study is doing your object drawings. So you will have to depict how light falls on the object, where the shadow is falling. You will depict light, shade and depth. So that is your object and nature study. Objects can be the objects that you find in and around you in your house. And finally, you have composition. Composition is like a freehand drawing, something from life. Importance will be given to the balance in this drawing, the space, the colors, harmony, rhythm, etc. I'll explain this as we go further. So these are the 5 sections for which you'll have to do drawings. And for each section, you'll have to at least produce 3 drawings. One with just pencil outline, one with pencil shading, and the other with colors. Not to worry too much about the guidelines I just showed you now. Usually your study center is going to give you a sheet like this, which will tell you what you are supposed to be drawing. So 3 object drawings. Nature study, it's 3 drawings. They want 1 drawing with a human figure, 1 drawing with an animal figure, and there is a composition. So for each of these 5 categories, They've told you that one they want with line, a plain pencil line drawing, one with colors and one with shading. The colors that you can use are oil pastels, not the wax crayons. These are oil pastels. You can use color pencils. In watercolors, you can use poster colors or you can use acrylic colors. Wax crayons are strictly not permitted for doing your portfolio. When you register for your exam and when you contact the AI center, each AI center will have a set of requirements and you will get this list from the AI center. This is the list that I have. Please don't refer to this list for doing your portfolio. You will have to go to your study center and get a similar list. But more or less, the guidelines are the same. The types of drawings are the same. So you can just keep this as a reference and you can start practicing this. You can start by buying an A3 size cartridge paper book like this. You can see that it is spiral bound. Please go in for a book that has a spiral bind because it is easy to tear it off at a later time. Don't buy individual papers and do it. You can start by buying A3 size cartridge notebooks and you can start practicing on this book itself because this is a bigger book. It is easier if you start practicing on this sized book itself. I'll show you some of the drawings that have been done by my students. It will give you a fair idea on how your portfolio can be. This is an animal figure, a bird in its habitat, and this is a pencil shaded one. What is important here is the specification says composition and background, how well the drawing is balanced on the sheet of paper and how you have actually visualized it. If you look at this drawing, it seems to be complete because you have a bird, you have its nest, and at least 70% of the paper space has been used up, so which is good. You cannot do a drawing that is too small for a A3 size paper. This is a scenery. It is a pencil shaded scenery. This is a composition. In a composition, the most important thing is how the child is visualizing the composition. As you can see, this is a market scene. There is a lady sitting and selling some vegetables and fruits. And you can see another customer who is trying to buy vegetables. And at the back, also you can see a place where some vegetables are stored. What is important here is how you visualize this. When the theme given to you is a market scene, it is not enough if you just draw this lady sitting here with some vegetables. Importance will be given to understand how you're thinking of the background as well. So the background also has to look complete for any given topic. The next one, this was a topic given in the study center, a village well. So as you can see, the village well is here. There are people drawing water out of this well. At the same time, you can see a background. You have some houses behind it and there is a shading given. You have a tree here. So this is how your drawing has to be balanced. One point that you will have to note when doing any drawing is please don't help the student. Please don't help the student by doing any kind of a touch-up or improvising on the drawing. The study center is not interested in seeing how we teachers or parents help the child do a good drawing. They want to see what the child is capable of. If you just recall all the drawings I showed you, there are some drawings that are really nice, whereas some that are not so good. So we are only trying to see what the child is capable of doing. We'll have to leave it at that. Please do not help by improvising the portfolio to look good, because the day this portfolio is going to be evaluated, the child will also be doing his or her practical exam. So there should not be a stark contrast or a difference between the work done in the portfolio and the work done by the student in the exam. This is an object drawing. There is a vase here with some flowers. This comes under the nature and object study. A scenery again with a boat sailing and some trees at the back. This is another landscape. There's a deer there standing, going to drink water. This is a balloon seller. This is a composition. This is again a scenery. This is done with oil pastels. One thing about this drawing is this drawing was done with early on when the child was still learning how to do this. So don't worry about how well it has turned out or how good or not good it is. Please use it in your portfolio because the examiner and the study center would like to see how the child has improved in a course of time. So don't be critical about the work that is presented. The board is only interested in seeing how well the child is able to learn and improve. This is an animal drawing. As you can see, at least 70% of the space is used up in this paper. So that is what is required. Don't do the animal that is too small and it will not be considered as an animal drawing, at least for the portfolio purposes. This is a composition again. The theme is to draw a festival scene. So here the theme that has been drawn is on Pongal. A scenery again. This is an animal in its natural habitat. This is object and nature study. This is a pencil shaded drawing. A scenery again. This is object drawing. For object drawing, the requirement is to keep at least 3-4 different. For object drawing, you should have at least 3 to 4 different objects. This is an animal drawing. This also falls under the category of composition. This is called pen and ink. This is a simple thread work that we have done. And we have done some touch up with some flowers and leaves here. So this is not dependent on any color or any shape. It is a simple pen and ink art, completely based on a child's creativity. Object drawing again. This is a composition, a mother and child, the child going to school. This is what they expect when you say a complete drawing. There's a mother taking her child to school. You can see that school bag on the child. Along with that, you also need to see something in the background, and this child has drawn a school there. So that is what is required. The examiners will see how well you are able to relate to the topic given and how well you will be able to do a complete drawing. Object drawing again. This is also a composition. This was a topic that was given, that is a girl or a boy playing with his or her pet, and this is what is done. Children going to school. These are all compositions again. Children playing in the park. A birthday scene. This is again a festival scene. This is a collage. Collage is also a part of the composition. This student here has used some craft work, papers, some beads, and actually done this. So this is all left to your creativity. You can use as much or as little as you want to create a collage like this. This is an example of another collage done by another student. So here you have some handmade paper and cotton used to create this. Sorry, a piece of brown has fallen off from here. This also had a brown circle. These were some of the drawings we saw that went into the painting portfolio. Don't do it on individual papers because it will not be easy to maintain them. Please continue to do it in the A3 book. Don't do it on individual papers because it will be hard to maintain them. So once you're finished your drawings and you have to submit the painting portfolio, you can tear off only such paintings that you would like to submit as a portfolio. So once you have a list of all the drawings as per the categories, you can get a spiral bind like this and you can create the front page like this, which will have your name, your enrollment number, the details of your study center, the subject name, the subject code, etc. Hope this video was of use to you. Hope all your questions have been clarified with this video. However, if you still have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section and I'll be happy to answer them. I have also provided a link to my Telegram channel down here. So you can just subscribe to that and I'll upload the guidelines document there and you can have a thorough read of it at your leisure time. Thank you for watching this video.